Hello, and welcome back, or welcome to Pizzachan's podcast. I am your humble host, Pizzachan. We are at Season 3, Episode 10. Chat! Episode 10 of Season 3. How many beautiful people have we interviewed on this channel? So many beautiful people. And we are coming to the end of the Favorite Streamers podcast. I'm very, very sad. Very, very sad. With our last two people, we have our guest today and our grand finale on the 30th. It's so sad. I might have to do a bonus round with the people who didn't get to be on, like the people who had to reschedule. But anyway, chat, pull up your cozy beanbag chairs, get your blanket, get your kitty cat, and get your cup of tea, cup of coffee, cup of cocoa, iced tea, depending on where you are, because I'm not big on hot drinks unless it's freaking freezing outside. But today's guest is the sweetest. She is the coziest of cozies. One of my absolute favorites of the cozy streaming variety. I could say top 5, one of the coziest, because I like to watch lots of horror streams, but occasionally I get in those moods when I want to listen to some cozy and some soothing, sweet voice, and this streamer is that. She's fun, she's fabulous, she also has an adorable doggo named Moose. We're gonna talk about him today too. Well, let's bring her on, the great Callie. Callie, hello!
Hello! How's it going?
Good. Hope you guys can hear her. Can you guys hear her?
Hello, you're all cute. I hope you're all having good days.
She told everybody they're cute. I love it. Anyway.
I just know this channel is full of cute people, so it's a given.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for honoring my channel. How are you today?
Thank you for having me. No, it means the world. It's very cute. I also didn't realize you were on season 3 already. I remember watching some of your season 1s, and I cannot believe how fast time has flown. So crazy.
Yes. I've had a lot of people.
Oh my gosh.
There's just too many, and every time I find a new streamer, it's like, oh no, I want to interview them too.
There's just too many cool people on the internet. It's hard.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, we're going to talk about Callie today, and hope she doesn't mind that I'm going to pick her brain for an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh, please do, please.
Okay.
I don't know if there are any brain cells in here. We'll see.
Anyway, tell us a little bit about yourself, as little or as much as you want.
All right. So I'm Callie. Actually, I don't know how many people know this, but my real name is Heidi. I've realized after being on the internet for 3 years that not a lot of people know that Callie is not my name. But
I knew that.
there's your there you go. There's your fun fact. So I'm a creator on Twitch. I'm primarily playing Legend of Zelda games, but honestly, really anything I'm feeling that day. I usually use stream to like de-stress and wind down after like a super long day at work. So some days I'm like, yeah, I want to play something that's gonna challenge me, and some days I'm like, I just need to hang out. I do have a lovely dog named Moose. He's really the star of the stream, if I'm being honest.
I love that dog.
he's a good boy. He is a good boy. I am obsessed with how obsessed my chat and my community is with him, and it's gotten to the point where
the Moose merch went.
Oh my gosh, you and everybody else asking. No, it's
I would
gotten to
proudly
the point
wear a
where
Moose shirt.
it's gotten to the point where when I get raided, he knows that he gets a treat.
Oh.
When I hear like, "Oh, welcome," he comes over to my desk. It's that point.
Yeah, a lot of puppers do that.
Oh, he's a cutie. But yeah, I would say I'm pretty much a big variety creator. I play any and every game under the sun. I also do a lot of crafting stuff sometimes.
Yes, tell us about your crafts.
I'm very much a person of many hobbies and a master of none of them. Crocheting, pen paling, knitting, just kind of whatever I'm feeling that day. Sometimes I'll bring it up on stream and we'll just have some cozy chats and do some crafts and hang out. It's pretty fun.
So, you do bullet journaling, yes?
Yes, I love bullet journaling. It helps a lot with like maintaining my very chaotic schedule.
So do you fit strictly in the format, or you kind of go off the rails and do whatever you want? Because that's what I do.
Oh, I totally go off the rails. Like, I think the format can be cool, but for me, I'm like, I like using. So I've probably been bullet journaling since I was in high school,
Mhm.
and I like using it as like a okay, here's all the stuff I gotta get done, but
Mhm.
also here's some cool stuff. Like, I went to this restaurant, or I have these cute stickers. I don't know. I completely throw the format out the window.
Yeah, I'm not big on sticking to. I like the color outside the box. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's whatever works for you, you know? It's that's how you make the most of it.
Yeah, I took the bullet journaling idea and made it for my streaming, podcasting, and writing journals. So I now
Oh,
have like
cool.
6 all together.
I love that. I've been writing a lot more recently, and that
Oh,
would be
yeah?
a really cool way to take advantage of it. That's cool. I love that.
It's good. It's good. There's not many like templates to go off of, so you kind of have to do your own. But I still have this really neat like word counter that
Yeah.
I found for Nano. So I use that for like, hey, I can reach up to 50,000 words, maybe. So
Oh my gosh, I had no idea you did Nano. Okay, we're gonna have to talk writing
yes.
sometime. That I don't
Yes, I did
derail
4
your whole podcast, but
Yeah. Yeah, I did 4 years in a row, and I completed 4 years in a row.
my gosh, you're amazing. That's so cool.
Yeah, I didn't do it the last couple of years because I was working, and before I
Yeah.
wasn't working, so it's really difficult to do Nano when you're working. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, I was so proud of myself. Those 4
That's
stories,
honestly,
though.
you should be. You should be.
But I didn't know you knew what Nano was. I'm so happy.
No, I used to write all the time, and again, it was one of those things where, like, when I was not working, it was a lot easier, and now that I'm working and creating content, I don't have as much time to do it. But one of my mods participates in it every year, and I just anytime I see people doing it, I'm like, go, you got it.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's like I did my 2,000 a day work. Like word count
Wow.
2,000. If I could get more than that, I would just keep going until my brain died.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love the little writing
No,
community
Vic,
here.
you write too? Oh no, we need to talk later, Vic. I didn't know you wrote too. Okay, writer friends need to stick together.
I love that everyone's writing in here. It makes
I
me
love
happy.
it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Okay, now that you did the bullet journaling, weren't you writing letters at one time, or am I thinking of
Yeah.
Cassie?
No, well, Cassie and I we kind of share this, but I have always been like a big pen pal person, even like way before I streamed. So when I have people sub or resub to my channel on Twitch, I always do like handwritten letters and stuff.
I love that.
It's always up to some people redeem them, some people don't, but I have so much like stationery and like washi tape and just like stuff from bullet journaling that I
Yes,
think is really cute. And then it's a good excuse for me to like, if I'm out and about and I say, oh, this sticker is something that like, my friend King would really like, then I will pick it up and I'm like, okay, he gets a letter. He gets to have this. So, I just think it's a really cute thing. Everybody loves getting mail.
I love it. Yeah. It's like back in the day, it's like, I wish we had something faster than letters. And now when you get a letter, it's like, oh, this is so cool.
It's so exciting. I get so excited.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
And you're a big reader too, aren't you?
Yes, I am a huge reader.
Okay.
I kind of fell out of love with reading when I was in school, as I feel like a lot of people do. And then I picked it back up, I would say maybe like 2 years ago. Actually, it was Cassie that got me back into reading. She talked to me a lot about like, books that they were reading and like kind of breaking the stigma on how you had to like only read the classics. They were like, no, just read what you like. And now I've been going through books and just loving it and big on reading these days.
Lexia apparently got me onto this website called Scribed. And they
I
have
haven't heard of
all
it.
of these audiobooks because I have 2 bus rides in the morning before I go to work. So it's perfect for listening to different stories. Right now it's a murder mystery story where this girl inherits this house and her house, a pub, and a llama. And it's so funny. I'm
Wait,
on
that
the
sounds
4th
so cool.
booking the series. I'm like, thank you, Lexi Lou, for giving me the cheaper alternative to Audible. Guys, go follow Subscribe because Audible is a scam. Anyway,
Audible is so expensive.
Exactly.
I don't get their whole credit system. I like audiobooks for the same reason you do. Like, I have a commute in the morning. But yeah, Audible's a ripoff. I'm gonna have to check out. Oh my gosh, Alexia, you and your links. Okay, I gotta try this.
She is a master mod, I'm telling you.
Sweet master mod, we love her. I love when I see Lexi in chat and like in various streams, and all we do is we just like cutie. We just go cutie back and forth because
she's
the
best.
Cute.
I would lose my mind if it wasn't for her. So props to Lexi Lou.
Okay, subscribed. I'm gonna have to check this out.
And you get 2 months for free if you click that link off of her. So.
Oh my gosh.
Go get the books. Go get the books.
I'm so excited.
So why did you start streaming?
Okay, I'm curious of how many people that you asked this question, how many people say that they started during the pandemic?
Probably over half of them.
Yeah, so I feel like I definitely fall in that bucket.
I fall in that bucket.
Really? I was wondering. A lot of people fall in that bucket. So I started, my first stream was when I was in college. I was long distance with my partner and kind of just starting to like play video games, and he was like, oh, you should stream games on Twitch so that I can watch you play while, we're apart. And so I was streaming on like my school laptop. It would like sound like a jet plane in my bedroom anytime I opened OBS, but it worked. And I played Dragon Age Origins and had a lot of, it's so fun. So I did that for like a few months in college, and then obviously college got busy. I didn't think about it. And then when the pandemic hit, I, like many people, ended up having to work from home, and a lot of my work was like incredibly slowed down. And I had just moved to San Francisco about like 9 weeks before the pandemic hit. So I didn't really have people in the city. Like, I didn't really have, a community or anything. And like, for sake of putting it all out there, I was super lonely. I was like, this is a hard time to be, living in. So I started streaming again just because I remembered that I liked doing it in college. And it just completely changed everything for me. I just met so many amazing people. It was such a good like social outlet for me, but then I really fell in love with like making and creating content. So not to be like, I was lonely during the pandemic, but flat out that was my reason. I was lonely during the pandemic.
Because you being isolated from everyone and everything, you couldn't go see your family because you could spread it. It is one of the fastest moving viruses I have ever seen in my entire life. It's like boom, over here. 2 days later, you got it. It's like
it was wild. Yeah, it's crazy.
Your ass too. Oh my god.
Yeah, but I mean, I also think it was such a good like thing to be able to have Twitch and meet people through it, because I mean, it was a huge like turnaround for me and my mental health to like meet so many cool people and have really cool interactions and just like play games and have fun during a really hard time that the world was going through.
Yes, I agree. The boredom compelled a lot of people to start on Twitch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were all sitting around. Animal Crossing just came out. We were like, what do we do?
Yeah, so everybody was looking for that C920 camera, and it was like $500 everywhere. It's like, are you kidding me? I don't use a camera, so ha ha!
Which is so funny because I have that camera now, and it's like terrible. I'm like, wow, I can't. It's awful.
It is the worst, but it was the most high commodity on the internet.
Yeah,
and any type of microphone that you were looking for was always sold out.
Oh my gosh, it was some wild days.
Yeah, but I do agree with you. You find some pretty amazing people on Twitch. Oh no, it is in a weird state of downward spiral right now. But there are so many people on here that I connected with that I love. Oh my god! And if I saw them in real life, I would have to be removed from their body because I'd hang on them and say, "I love you so much."
Oh my god, that's how I felt when I met Kaz this past winter. I was like, this is so surreal.
Kazzy is such an amazing person. I am so happy that things are going so well for her.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what is the story behind your name, since we know that's not your name?
Oh my gosh. So I grew up in a house without video games. Not that it was like a strict household, but just in a way that like, we didn't really have money to like buy video games all the time. So I never really played anything until I was like in high school. And I had some friends and they were like, you should download World of Warcraft. And I was like, oh God. I didn't know what it was. I downloaded it. I hit the randomizer on the, when you create a character, the little randomizer button for the name, and it popped out Callitase. And I was like, perfect.
I love that.
And I've used that ever since. It's just been a go-to.
That's actually very common for me to hear about.
Really?
Oh my god, that tune. I don't know why that one is so loud. I apologize. That is a common theme. Even my husband is still using his World of Warcraft name.
Really?
It's like a lot of people are. It's like, okay,
I love that. I know. I don't know why. I just like, and the name always fit. I never was like, oh, I should change my username. And then at some point someone was like, oh, you should make it like Legend of Zelda themed. And I was like, oh, maybe. But then it just felt weird. I was like, this is like my name. I don't know.
But no, that's good. It's like a lot of people, that's where their names generate from. And that's like,
That's
oh my
so
god,
funny.
it's so cool. That or some other kind of games like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Gamers to the core. I love it. So how long have you been streaming through the pandemic? So about
3 years off and on.
Nice.
Which I know you also just celebrated your 3 years
I did, yes.
like a few months ago.
And
which
I
is
learned
so fun.
nothing.
Same. No, my thing is I am not a consistent streamer. Like I love streaming and I have streamed for 3 years, but I've never been someone who's like been able to be a full-time streamer. I work a busy job. I don't have the capacity for that. But the fact that I've been like able to get to 3 years of like playing games and meeting cool people has been a pretty big accomplishment for me. I have loved it.
I also would like to commend you for putting your health and mental health first. Or stressing yourself out on stream, because work can take a lot out of you. Life in general can kick you a lot. So I commend you in taking your self-care.
Well, that's my number one thing I say to everyone. All of my friends, streamer friends or not friends, like, everything's a balance between. Sorry if you hear my puppy bark. He sees a squirrel on the deck and he's.
Dang that squirrel.
Please move. Yes, I think if you can't take care of yourself, or if you don't have the opportunity to take care of yourself, and you don't prioritize your brain and your physical health, like it makes it really not fun to like make content and try and hit the go live button. It's just it's tough.
I'm actually on hiatus right now from gaming streaming because I just lost my 2 rats.
Oh no!
Yeah, like
I'm
one
so
right
sorry.
after another. It's okay. They were elderly rats. They usually don't last more than 2 years, 2.5 years, and they were getting sick. But I have 2 new babies, and I'm getting back to a point where I can come back to normal streaming. But I was like, I already made all of these plans with these podcasts, so I want to keep them because they're on either different time zones, different work schedules. So I want to keep them at least before I come back.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you took a break though, because I mean, I always feel like sometimes you don't think you need a break until after it's like past the point of return.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
And so being able to recognize and be like, I just need to step away from this and like, do things offline for a little bit. Like that's the hardest part, really.
Yeah.
And then you get to take care of yourself. Yeah.
Because you feel bad, and you're like, all these people that come to watch me are just going to find someone else and they're not going to be here. But lo and behold, these crazy bastards are still in my chat. So I love them so much. And Lexi Lou is like, if you need a break, take a break. Your brain's not good. And it's like, I've never felt so empty after losing my pet.
No, I'm so
It
sorry.
was horrible to lose a pet. They should be able to have bereavement at work for it, because I told my boss that's why I was calling out. And he's like, why?
What?
Oh, he was just the one thing I don't like about him is he doesn't like pets in general, so he doesn't get it.
But they're part of your family. I mean, like, oh my gosh, I was in the car with my partner the other day and we were talking about something like in the future. I was like, oh, in 20 years or something. And he was like, oh yeah, me and you and Moose probably won't be around. And I was like, I cannot handle that thought.
Right?
Like, I will cry.
Right? I mean, I understand, but dogs and cats and longer-lived pets are there for longer. Rats are only there for two something
a little
years.
bit of time.
So it takes a while, but I can't imagine losing a pupper.
Yeah.
I would die. That was it. That was it.
But the rats had such a good life, and you gave them so much love, which is the most important part. That's all you can do with these things.
Yeah, they'll eventually get their debut on Twitch, but they are way too nervous right now.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
But that's. I went off on a tangent. Oh, self-care. Yeah. So remember to self-care, people. The streamers. I know there's a bunch of streamers in here. Remember to self-care all the time. Yes.
Drink your water.
Take
your breaks.
Yes.
Do the things.
All right. So you've been up to 3 years of streaming, and we did the Callie name. I'm sorry, I got sidetracks off my list.
No worries.
So what's been your experience with the cozy streamer tag? So you thought that it's a good community, good balance of people? Do people want you to play scary games just to freak you out?
Oh, I definitely.
You can actually hear you smiling when you talk, even though I can't see your face. You are super cozy, and I love it.
So I think I kind of substituted cozy for variety. Like, this is just comfy downtime. Like, I am by no means a professional gamer. It takes me forever to complete a single video game. But if you are just wanting to come and hang out and play games after work, after class, whatever, that's more of the feel I was going with. And I met some really cool people through it, which is nice.
But what you were saying earlier about the playing and watching, the tension is higher when you're playing than when you're watching somebody play. I mean, it's you want to get to the next point because that person's playing and you're like, oh, I'm following this like a movie. But if you're playing, it's like you live in it.
Yeah,
so
and
I
you're
totally get it.
Yeah, and you're trying to balance conversations and then actually gameplay and going back and forth, and then maybe you get raided and you're like, oh, whoa, it can just be it can be a lot to juggle all that. I don't think sometimes people realize how many things are going through my brain when I'm streaming, which is why sometimes I'm like, it's gonna take me 20 minutes to progress past this puzzle.
But I mean, the cozy games are a thing. I mean, occasionally I like the Stardew Valley because everybody should like Stardew Valley because it's amazing.
Such a good game.
I play that to be cozy, and I play Resident Evil to be cozy, which is really strange. But I play that, and that's just the way I am.
The Resident Evil games, I should go watch your playthroughs because those are games that I have always wanted to watch or maybe play not on stream, but I have just never gotten into them. I don't even know where to start with them.
Ma'am, I'm going to be having a marathon when I come back. I'm going to be playing 1, 2, 3,
Let's
and 4 all together. So if you want to watch, you can come watch.
There. See, perfect. That's the way I love watching these games. I don't know if I'd play them, but maybe after watching you, maybe I'd play them. I don't know.
I've been told that I make scary games funny. From Kazzy. She's like, you make them funny because you're just laughing and screaming and act like it. So it's like if you're playing a game and you're scared, it's like, oh my god. But me, it's like, okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna die. It's fine.
You're just out here vibing and laughing and having a great time, and I'm scared shitless. But you make it better.
Come over to me if you want to listen. Well, actually, you probably won't be listening because I'll scream so loud. But come over to me if you want. Go to Callie if you want super chill.
Yeah, there. I will stop by on your marathon. That'll be really fun.
Everything Resident Evil. Everything Resident Evil. I'm a there's something wrong with me. I think I'm starting my own cult for.
Wait, so what do you like about those games?
What do I like about Resident Evil? Okay, so since I was really, how did this get turned around on me? Now I'm podcasting myself.
Now I am the interviewer.
It's okay. You can ask me questions. I don't care. So basically, since I was really young, I had a thing with zombie movies. Okay. I was 6, and I love Dawn of the Dead and that kind of thing. So zombies never scare me. Scarecrows, on the other hand, freak me the heck out. But
really,
yes, zombies were fine. I could do zombies and ghosts and whatever. They were okay. And then when I was in college, I discovered what is it? Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Also, when I was in but Resident Evil hit a different level of creepy because me and my one friend from college, we were sitting up, and he was like, here, I need to show you this game because you really like it. It's got zombies and stuff. He showed me Resident Evil 2, and we were playing it. I was watching him play this for like hours. If you can imagine me going to bed at like 8 o'clock at night. I was up to like 2 in the morning watching him play it. I'm like, I gotta do an art project, and it's due at like 1 o'clock tomorrow. I gotta go home. And I was going home, and there was like drunk guy walking around in the parking lot. I'm like, oh my god, zombies! But yeah, it's all about the thrill and the environment, and it's really cool. It's so cool. I just love
so
the game.
fun. That is so fun. I love that. I know. I really like the thriller aspect of it. I think I would be more into. Is it like jump scary?
Resident Evil?
Yeah.
Doesn't scare me anymore. The first one kind of does. I mean, the remaster scared me. I had never played the remaster. I've always played the originals.
Yeah.
So I played the remaster. It frustrated me, so I stopped playing, and then I started to play it again on stream. Oh, this is so cool. But yeah, the environment can freak you out because they'll put like a flash of lightning or something will break and fall. That's just and they'll have a zombie creep around the corner and grab you and bite you. But yeah, it's got a lot of jump scares.
Okay, do you want to know the only horror game I've ever played?
Okay.
It is... I'm gonna have to find it. It is this horror game that you're locked in an IKEA overnight.
That would be scary.
You're locked in IKEA overnight. Okay, I'm gonna have to find this.
Yeah, send me this link because I need to play this game.
Okay, this was like a few years ago. I'll find it for you. It was hilarious. Anyway, I played it with my friend once. You're locked in an IKEA overnight and you like have to survive by building furniture. Anyway, that's how as far as I've gotten in the horror game.
Well, there's some indie horror games that are actually scarier than AAA games, let me tell you.
Oh, really?
But Resident Evil, if you're going to try them, do the remakes first, because OGs have tank controls. And sometimes they can get a little frustrating, and you can get lost, so just go with the remakes first, and if you like the feel of those, go back to the classics.
Okay, noted. I'm excited.
Okay, what is your favorite game to stream? Because you're big on Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley and all that.
Yeah, like I like the cozy games. I think I started with like a lot. So I started actually with JRPGs, and I played like Final Fantasy X is where like a lot of my community came in. And then I started playing Legend of Zelda. I was finishing Breath of the Wild, and one of my mods is just like, she is truly like the Wikipedia for Zelda lore. Like you ask her anything and everything and she just knows it all, and she is amazing. And so once I started learning more about the lore of those games, I was like, oh, these are amazing. So I play a lot of the Legend of Zelda games. I really like just kind of like open world exploring games. But that's something I'm trying to be like better about, I think, for the future. Is sometimes I get stuck on one game and then I'm so afraid to like try something new on stream. But
Man,
then
there
when
are
I do
streamers that do specific games. I know the one guy I interviewed, O'Malley, has played nothing but almost like 95% Skyrim.
Really?
Yes. So it's not a big deal. He goes through, he reads all the lore. Sometimes he role plays characters through it. He does challenges. He does modding. It's great. I love it. I love him for that. So.
Well, it's like, and it's always like what I'm feeling that day. Like sometimes I'm like, I just want to play Stardew Valley and have a cup of tea at the end of the day. But yeah, I don't know. But I do really like playing through things for the first time on stream. Like there's something really fun and like exploring a game and exploring a world with people and just like everyone getting to talk about like, oh, that was such a cool plot point that they just revealed. Like any story-based games, I'm gonna have so much fun with.
Do you run to the NPCs? Oh, what's your story? Tell me about your story. Are you that kind of person? This is why I can't do RPGs on stream, because I would take for years.
sometimes, and then sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many NPCs, and I just go to the main quest and I ignore everything and everyone. And then they'll be like, why are you trying to fight the big bad boss? You have no resources and no armor and no weapons. And I'm like, yeah, but we're
That's me right now in Diablo. I talk to people.
It's like, I'm just gonna go. I just want to see if I can do this. I'll try it 3 or 4 times. I will die 3 or 4 times, and then I will begrudgingly go grind.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think the only Zelda game I've ever played was Link to the Past.
Oh, and that's one of the hardest ones. Oh my god.
It's the only one I've ever played. And I love the music. Do-do-do-do-do, running across and killing bushes. It's great. I love it.
It's so good. I think, so the first one I played was Ocarina of Time way before I streamed. And it actually has such a special like part in my heart because I was going through a really hard time when I was like 18, 19,
Mhm.
and caring for a parent. And I didn't really like have a lot of time to myself or like a lot of things I could do. But I had like this old 3DS and I had a copy of Ocarina of Time, and I probably played it through like 9 or 10 times that year. And
Mhm.
it's just one of those games that made me love gaming so much. It's like such a big part of my heart, which is so funny because I could probably play through it again and remember nothing from it because I have the memory of a fruit fly. But yeah, that game was a very, very special one for me, and I still love it, which is probably why I stream so much Zelda these days.
So it's just RPGs for you, cozies, and do you like puzzlers at all?
I do like puzzlers. You know, you're probably like the third person to talk to me about puzzle games this week.
Okay.
I've
Oh,
had like
okay.
a lot. I had a lot of people recommend some puzzle games this week. I was like, oh, this is the week for it. I'm trying to think of puzzle games that I've played. I don't think I've played that many.
Most common would be like Mist and Riven and The Room.
I haven't played those. I really love games that are very like visually beautiful, and I know that there are some gorgeous puzzle games out there. So maybe I'll have to go take a look.
Have you played Grease? GRIS?
Yes,
That game made me cry.
that
There is
game.
absolutely no dialogue in this game, but
I
I felt everything. It was
That
so
game?
good.
So there's this conference in San Francisco every year called Day of the Devs. It's a free event where you can come and demo like brand new games, right? And so like 5 years ago they had the demo of Grease, however you say it, before the game came out.
Mhm.
And I remember playing like maybe a minute of it and just being like, this game is gonna be so amazing when
It's
it comes
visually
to-
stimulating. You're watching it going,
Oh.
what's happening? What's happening? This is so cool. I love
It's
it.
so stunning. I also have not finished Gris, so I don't feel that bad about it. I got to a certain point and I was just like, this is a lot of feelings and this is so
It
beautiful.
is,
And then
it is.
I'm pretty sure I got stuck on something and then gave up on it.
There's a lot of them that promote that same feel and have that beautiful visualness about it. You know? What was the
Yeah.
other one? I can't think about it now. My brain just went, nope, you were not allowed to recall the game that you were thinking of.
Spiritfarer, maybe?
Yes, that one. That one made me cry too. Oh my god.
That game made me cry. It's one of those games where it's like, it's so beautiful visually, but then
Mhm.
the story is also so, like, it will tug on your heartstrings.
It
I
is.
love that game.
It is a good game. Very good.
It is also on sale right now on the Nintendo Switch, as I've just Googled.
Look, we just had an ad. Yes, just share all of your game recommendations. You know what I mean?
Because I Googled Spiritfarer because I knew what you were talking about. I couldn't remember the name, and then it was like, ad, it's on sale. I was like,
I
okay.
just love that kind of feel to it. That it's like abstract but not abstract. It's so colorful and emotional. I love it. I love that. When that
Right.
strike a feel. I mean, and you were talking about Final Fantasy X. That is my favorite Final Fantasy. I cried so hard through that game. It was
That game
painful.
was
Ugly cry.
phenomenal. Yeah, that game just like takes your emotions on a freaking roller coaster. It was
Yes,
such
I have
a good
a
game.
big wall scroll of Yuna behind me, right behind me.
Oh my god,
I love it.
that.
I love her so much. She is amazing.
She's an icon. She is the story.
She is.
And Lexi, I haven't tried Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Everybody was saying that it's really good.
So here's the thing. I'm not a Disney person, so
No.
I wasn't sure if this was gonna be like you'll only get the game if it's like a Disney thing.
Mhm.
But if the first storyline is making you tear up, I mean, I'm always down to try it. I am always here for recommendations. I know Kaz has played a lot of it. A couple of my friends have played a lot of it, so I should check it out.
Sorry,
Maybe I'll
I
do
didn't know if I was gonna sneeze or not.
Well, bless you regardless.
I had the tickle, and I didn't know if it was going to actually come out. Yeah, I recently found another game. It's a / actual horror, kind of horror, kind of not horror at the same time. It's called Dredge. I played it a couple times on stream. Where you're this
Ooh.
little fisherman dude. You go around and you collect fish for people, and you get upgrades for your boat. Problem is that there is like something creepy in the water at night, and they tell you not to go out at night, and like you get like the angler fish will come out and try to eat you. It's
Yeah.
but it's really, really cool. It has the same kind of art style, and I love that.
Wait, that actually sounds perfect for you because it's like cozy and you get to like do your thing and craft and have fun, but yet you're still on edge. You're like, there's still something a little scary.
Yeah, there's Cthulhu underneath the water.
It's like built for you. It's a good game.
It is a good game. So when are you most productive for your streaming? What time of day?
Well, it's funny because I'm way more productive in the mornings. And so my partner gets up really early for work, so I am like very old and I go to bed at 8 p.m. And then I wake up at listen, I love it. It is like the best thing in the world. 8 p.m. bedtime. Yes, good stuff. But I usually stream around like 3-ish in the afternoon my time. That's typically because like I stream on days that I work from home, and that's typically when my brain starts to go, you can no longer work. It's time to take a break. And then I boot up the stream. But I would probably say in the afternoons, I'm definitely not the person who streams for a long time. I feel like, I used to feel kind of bad about it, but now I realize that 2.5 hours is kind of my sweet spot. And then I'm like, maybe I don't want to stream anymore. So that was kind of my my balance of like figuring out how long I can stream before not feeling good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't shame you for that. When I first started, I streamed for 2 days, and I would do maybe 2 hours if I was lucky, because I would exude so much energy.
Yeah.
I burnt myself out by that time. I wanted to take a nap. Now I can do almost 3, and sometimes I can, if I push myself, I can do the 12-hour streams. But usually I'm like hanging off of the chair by the time 10 hours come on. So,
I haven't the longest I've gone is 8 hours. I did that for a subathon. I ordered pizza twice.
Nothing wrong with that.
I needed 2 meals for it, so I got pizza twice. But yeah, I mean, I think for like my regular streams, that's because it's usually like in between work and then the afternoon, like, oh, I gotta make dinner. I have to be a human and an adult, blah, blah, blah. So I try and not.
Human.
There's too many things to do, so little time.
I love that. But yeah, some streamers can go like hours. Some do 24-hour streams, and I was like, how in the hell are you doing this?
I have such admiration for that. Like, I wish I could do that. I just don't know how people do it. Like, you have to have water, you have to have a plan, you have to have everything.
It's like, oh my gosh.
It's like, do you guys really want to watch me sleep for 8 hours? Like, maybe, but
people do that as well. They'll say just sleeping, and they'll sleep on stream, and people will still be in their chat. It's like, wow, how do you do these things? And the fact that you work from home, which I think is amazing. If I was at home, I wouldn't want to do anything. I'd be looking at Facebook,
Yeah.
But you work and then stream. I did it for the release of the new Dead Space. And I felt like I was gonna die. I was like, oh my god, how do people do this?
It is so hard. I have even though I work from home, like I am like constantly on calls for my work. Like I don't really have any downtime. So it'll be like 8 to 3, I'm on the phone on work stuff. And then I get on and I talk on stream. So then by the end of the day, I'm like, nobody talk to me.
You stop talking. Yeah, I'm in customer service as well. I'm kind of a bank teller, so people come in and they talk to me, and it's like, haha, by the time I'm done, it's like, please stop talking. I don't want to be nice anymore.
It's so true. I always wish I had more time to stream, and I wish I could, like, there's always this guilt where it's like, oh, I could be streaming, but I'm also like going and doing something else. But now I'm just trying to like keep the mindset of if I feel like streaming and it's going to be fun, then let's do it. But I'm also not trying to beat myself up if it doesn't work out,
Going back to the self-care thing and taking the break. When my last stream, I forced myself to stream, and it was the worst stream I ever had. I was like, I could feel the hatred. It's like I shouldn't have streamed, and now everybody's gonna be like, "What is wrong with her? Is she okay?" It's like, nah, no, I can't do this. I can't not give 100% on my stream. So I'm gonna take a break and be better, and come back loud and obnoxious as ever. So.
Well, that's so important. I have had one of those streams. I don't even remember what happened. I think I was just burnt out. I had started like a new job and was just doing all the stuff and had a million things going on. And I was maybe like 45 minutes into stream, and I was like, you know what? this is not for me today. I was like, I'm sorry, guys. I need to go take a nap, and I cannot be a content creator today.
Yep.
Everyone's like, yeah, I totally get it, but you beat yourself up for it, even though you shouldn't.
Yeah, you gotta do the thing. I'm telling you, you gotta pay attention to the signals, because streamer burnout is definitely a thing, and I'm gonna be doing a podcast on that soon.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you definitely should. I bet.
Because it's important. People just don't pay attention. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna push through. No, don't push through. Trust me, you'll regret it. Taking a break is very good for you, and I'm all about trying to be kinder to myself.
Yeah.
So much. So here we are.
And it makes it more fun when you are excited to stream. You know, it's like infectious energy, and then chat's excited, you're excited, new people who come in are excited, and it's fun.
All right. So we're going to talk about one of the heavy subjects, which is happening right now. We're going to talk about Twitch. Okay. So if you could change one thing about Twitch that's absolutely frustrating, what would it be and why?
Lizzie, only one?
Just one for now.
Oh, man. Okay. I was thinking about this, and I think I was talking about this on stream the other day. I wish that Twitch would give more ability to support creators that weren't monetary. And the reason being is like their discoverability sucks on this platform. Nobody can deny that. It is really hard to find folks. It is it's so bad. Discoverability is terrible. And then I think about the ways that like you can support streamers. You can sub, you can give biddies, you can follow, which is free. You used to be able to host. I don't even think you can host anymore.
Not really. I mean, you can play other streamers that are streaming, but it doesn't like ping it out or anything. So.
Yeah, and like, so my biggest thing is I've never wanted to feel like my community feels like they have to contribute monetarily. Like I've always been very upfront. Like I'm very fortunate to not have to do this for my full-time income. For a while I was actually donating like all of my sub revenue to charity when I was able to do that. Like I want them to be there because they want to be there. But if they want to help the channel grow and help the community grow, I want them to be able to do that without giving any kind of money. So like Twitch used to they piloted this like boost feature. I don't know if you remember seeing about that, but it was a cool way where it could like help bring channels to like top of the page for category. That was a long time ago. And so they piloted it and then they got rid of it. But like there are just no options like that to contribute to creators that aren't on a monetary stance. And even when they are on a monetary stance, Twitch takes so much of the portion that it's more just benefiting them. So I have a lot of things that I would change, but I think in ways that like people could support that isn't monetary would be like the biggest thing for me.
They're just so irritating.
I know. Oh my gosh.
They're just like being the evil overlord from Fallout. Stop it.
I know, and every time someone uses your Prime, like a Prime sub, I'm like, yes, give me the money from Bezos. Like, thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah. Goodbye. But it's
not even that. I'm sorry if you hear Godzilla. I'm being raided.
Welcome, raiders. Hello.
Angie.
How's it going?
Angie, thank you so much for the raid, my lovely. Thank you. How are you? How is your? I know you were playing Resident Evil. Hello. How are you, my darling? Give me a shout out for Angie, please. She's an amazing cosplaying Resident Evil streamer. Go follow her today. Anyway, sorry about that.
No, cool. Oh my gosh, I love it. Welcome in, Raiders.
Yeah, Angie's amazing. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, and everybody's talking about going over to Kick now. I was in two people's streams this morning.
You must be the new guy.
Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh my goodness. Montana Creations, who is like the super sweet like Mother Goose like streamer. I love her so much. She always welcomes everybody in with the warmest hug and like cookies.
I love
she was talking about it. She was like, I'm so sorry, chat, for bringing something so heavy. It's like, no, if you want to talk about it, okay?
Yeah.
Because we should talk about it.
You must be the new guy.
All of our big streamers are gonna go over to Kick, which is not the best place, so I've heard.
Yeah, I don't think it would be, for me, that's for sure. But I mean, I do think that there are other options that might be a little bit more. I don't know. My issues around Kick are around the moderation tools, and I don't have to get into that. But I've
never actually watched anything on there, so you'll have to enlighten me.
It's just it's just a platform that I don't see as like sustainable, and I can't really put my finger on it. I just think it's like, I think it's not for me, just based off of like they don't have as much moderation, they don't have as much support. But I do think they're on the right. Like, okay, they're giving a bigger pay cut to creators. That's awesome. I also have seen a lot of my friends recently going to YouTube, which I think is also great. I don't know the pros and cons about them. But yeah, there are always going to be options, but I know that Twitch is getting very frustrating. Yeah, Leon's right. It definitely does feel like a bit of a
that's what I heard.
gambling
That's what I
platform.
heard. I heard that they sponsor a lot of gambling sites, and they're trying to get everybody over there, and then it's not good.
Ye-
And YouTube's like streaming. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
YouTube's
no,
like
please.
streaming is apparently awkward as heck. So,
Oh, really?
so
I haven't
I heard the
tried
system
it.
is awkward. It's not like Twitch's with bam, bam, bam. So
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's tough because Twitch has such a monopoly on it, and it's such, it's where so many creators started. It's hard to move off of it, but it's also hard when, you want to grow and support yourself and support other creators, and you feel like you don't have the tools as much to do that as you did.
But Twitch could do a whole lot. I mean, all they need to do is give us the fair amount of money that we deserve,
Yeah.
and give some discoverability for those poor viewer count people down at the bottom, like straining. It's like, please notice me down at the bottom.
It's also, okay, here's what I think is weird is like Lizzie, you and I both started streaming primarily during the pandemic. Everyone was home. Like that
Yes.
was like a different era of Twitch, 100%.
Yes.
And now if you're starting streaming now, it's a much more uphill battle than it was in 2020. Unfortunately,
You
I hate
think?
that. But
I thought it was really, really hard to get notes. See, I had an unfair advantage when I started, because I got, I'm gonna get a little heavy subject here if you have,
Yeah.
these kind of trigger warnings because I am a cancer survivor.
Mhm.
So when I got diagnosed early on, I had to go through, surgeries and all that. So I was at home a lot. So what I did was to not feel so lonely like you did, is went on Twitch, and I had this huge group of people that I'd watch, and I bounced from there to there and there, and I would modded for some of them. And then they're like, you should stream because you do all the horror games that we're scared to do. And so it's like, okay. And eventually, a couple of the people that are like the seasoned members of my community were like, you should do it. So one day I just tried it, and it's like, all these people just showed up the day I started. So I made affiliate the same day that I first started streaming. So it's
That's
like, oh
amazing.
my god. So some people in that used to be my friends thought that I got it unfairly because everybody else had to work for it. So it's like, I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't say, you guys must follow me or bam. So no, it's not like that.
Yeah,
Not at
you
all.
want to support your friends, and like, when I have friends that are like, oh, I want to take the plunge, I want to try streaming, I'm like, heck yeah, let's talk about it. Like, I want to hype you up, I want to get you excited about it, and
I have
that's what
Callie
your
here
friends
now.
do.
Lexi, I'm trying to get Lexi Lou to, when she's done with schooling, to do cross stitching
Lexi.
streaming. Please,
Lexi,
please
that
help
would be
me,
so
Callie.
fun.
Help me,
That would be
Callie.
so fun. I would 100% be there. Listen, I'm a big fan of the crafting streams. Yes.
So the crafting stream regime are amazing people. I'm gonna have to do a crafting podcast because those people they are so into their crafts. They're diamond painters, weavers, bullet journalers, cross stitchers. Those people are amazing. I love them.
It's so interesting how you can find such like niche categories on Twitch. Like recently when I was working from home, I was dealing with a lot of work, and I have ADHD, so my brain just sometimes doesn't focus as well.
Mhm.
I realized there's this whole community of people on Twitch who just like study together or work
Yes.
together, and they like listen to lo-fi music, and they take breaks, and then they work, and then they take breaks. And I was like, wow, this is like, what a cool thing to just come together on a website. Like, how random, but how awesome.
It is so good. It's so good. I mean, why not have a study group? Everybody did it in high school. Like a study. Let's go study together, and it just makes you feel like you're not alone, and it doesn't make you feel like what's the word I'm looking for?
It was well, I don't know.
Overwhelming. That's the word I was
Yeah.
looking for. It's
Yeah.
not so overwhelming, but yeah.
It's very wholesome. It's like it's just like one of the good things. Like, as much as I complain about this platform, there are some really good things that come out of Twitch, and
Yes,
meeting
yes, there are
people
some good
and-
things.
seeing such cool things and content created is it's such an awesome thing.
It also gives lots of self-confidence boosts if you're a slight introvert or you
Yeah.
have trouble talking to people. It helps you with that as well. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
definitely more confident than I was when I first started, and then I just yell at the screen.
Well, it's interesting because I fully agree with you. When I started streaming, I was very not confident like public speaking, and I work in a job that requires me to give like presentations every day.
Oh my god, that would be the worst.
It was so scary. I really was like, why am I doing this job? But I wanted to learn and like be better, and I think streaming helped me so much with like thinking about how I speak and how I present, just like in a professional sense, but also when I'm fucking around and playing stupid games on the internet. It goes both ways. But yeah, it was such a confidence boost for me to think about like how I present myself.
Who
I was
did not
kind of
listen
cool.
to you? You were amazing.
Lizzie, no! I'll cry.
No, seriously, like I said, there are so many good people in that lower middle shelf of streamers that are freaking fabulous that nobody knows about because there's the partners, the supreme beings up at the top. No insult to them because they probably most of them worked hard to get up there. But
Yeah.
still, but we're just down here going, hello?
Well, I get it. I feel like when I first started, I was like, oh, the goal, right? CCV, hit partner, blah, blah, blah.
No.
And now I'm like, I've realized I am not necessarily the most consistent streamer to do that. So I
Me
feel like
either.
growth means different things and for different people. And also I am just like so happy with where like my content and my stream is now. It's like some of my best friends coming and hanging out on the internet. I've met like the coolest people. Like one of the things I've been doing for the past 6 months, I've joined this D&D group with some people from Twitch, and now are like
You hear
some of my
that,
most
chat?
amazing
Chat, do you hear
friends.
that?
Well,
He
I
said
think
D&D.
Leon's in here, the most amazing DM of my life. Anyway, it's just been like such a fun like friend adventure, and like I don't know, I think growth and how people want to stream and like measure their own success should just be different for everyone rather than like, oh, you have to hit partner. I hate that. It makes me so
Yeah,
sad.
the normal, yeah. I mean, if you want to go for partner, I think of all the people I interviewed, I think almost everyone has said if partner is offered to me, I would take it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I am not going to kill myself.
It's
like,
a lot
I
of
love
work.
that.
It's a lot of work. You hear all these stories about people partner pushing, which I'm all for. I think it can be really beneficial because it's a way to like set goals and attain them when it comes to content creation. But I also don't think that should be the standard. That should be what every streamer does, because it's also not very accessible to people who can't stream at the capacity of a lot of people.
The one big streamer that I call her my hero. The great Sneevil. She's a speedrunner. She speedruns Resident Evil.
Oh, cool.
She just made 10,000 not too long ago. 10,000 followers, and
That's
she's
amazing.
like, yeah, she's like, I made partner, but this is just to put food on my table, guys. I was like,
I
please
mean,
feed-
listen,
feed Sneevil,
the pay
feed
split
Sneevil.
is pretty different.
I love that. I love that about her. She is so humble. Some of the partner streamers are amazingly sweet. Other ones are like, you're my ATM, shut up and go away. So you get to both ends of the spectrum. But then you've got these low people in the middle, like you and I, and we're like, what do we do?
we're just hanging out. I don't know. And then sometimes I'm like, if I were bigger, I can barely keep up with like the stories that are happening in my chat right now, and also play a video game. Like I couldn't match.
Yeah,
Anymore.
My only goal is to reach 1,000 followers. That's it.
Well, everyone in here should be following you. Okay, everybody follow me right now. Do it now.
That's it. Just 1,000.
I don't think I've introduced myself.
But like what we love Leon. What a big accomplishment though. Like even 1,000 followers, 100 followers, 1 viewer. I don't know. I just to think that people spend time with me on the internet, you on the internet, like what a surreal thing.
Oh, speaking of you saying that, you have those people. I call them the foundation, the ones that have been with you for like ever, and they show up in your stream first. It's like, yay! I'm not gonna be alone in my stream. I love those people. They boost me up. They give me confidence. They come back.
They make me cry, but like cry happy tears.
Yes,
I
love
just
those
love
people.
them. But it means like I don't know if you feel feel this, but there are definitely days where I'm like, you're tired, you're trying to figure out what to stream, something doesn't go well, and then you're like, why am I even doing this? Like, like do I even still want to do this? Every few months I go through this conversation with my partner, like, do I even keep streaming?
You aren't the only one that does this. I say this, I call it my envy moments, because I'll see other streamers going, whoa, hello, I have this many followers, I have this chat rolling, and then I'm like, wait, why am I doing this? Why do I bother doing this? And then
I know, I feel it, but the first of all, you have to have fun with it. If I'm having fun with it, that's a big reason why I do it. Second of all, it's also the foundation, like what you were saying, and some of those people are like my best friends, and to come and hang out
with my stream.
I don't know, it just looks like it dropped. Let's see.
Oh, there it goes. It's back. Can you guys hear me? Somebody talk in chat.
Welcome
I think
back.
this is twice it's done this. Am I online? Oh, no.
You are now.
It says I am. Hello, chat. Chat, please talk to me. Thank you. Okay, because the stream looked like it went off. It crashed twice. Yeah, something's wrong with it. Thank you. Thank you very much, Elise.
Whoops.
Whoops. Oh yes, please,
Wouldn't be a stream without.
Destroy Callie's podcast. Please do that.
Wouldn't be a stream without technical difficulties. This is a standard for everyone.
It's just been weird. Okay, it's deleted my streamer list, and it's just like glitching all over the place.
What? No, that's not
It's
fun.
really weird. I don't want it to do that because you're amazing.
Aww.
Anyway,
I will cry.
let's move on. So what's next for the Callie channel? I know you're gonna do this casually because it's not like a full-time job. So Twitch is taking his revenge. Yeah, here's us talking bad about it.
We're like shitting on the platform, and they're like, time for the stream to go down.
Yeah.
I mean, as for what's next, like, I just started a new job. I get married in 3 months. I have life things going on. We're getting married. It's gonna be fun. So I'm a busy. I'm a busy bee these days. So I feel like for now, I just, Twitch is my little, like, safe haven away from, like, chaotic life. I have work, I have wedding planning, I have stream, and I have D&D, and those are, like, 4 major things that are bringing me joy right now. Probably after we get married, I will sit down and think about, like, I've been thinking a lot about, like, how I can use Twitch to go through my game backlog, play through a lot of things that I really want to play, kind of set some goals, because I feel like I've kind of been coasting and just doing the same thing. And figuring out, like, what's going to be fun. I'd love to do more, like, community-oriented stuff. We've done, like, movie nights, we've done community game nights, and I've always wanted to do more. So, just trying to think about, like, okay, what's actually going to be fun for everyone? What's going to be fun for me? How can I, kind of come back and bring that spark to streaming? Because I really like it when I have that. So I think that'll probably be what I think about through the end of the year. But right now I'm a little bit in survival mode with some life stuff. So Twitch is my little safe haven for a bit.
You've got the heavy going on with work and marriage of all things. That could drive you insane.
Well, yeah, it's a little busy.
You're a little busy.
But one thing that I do love is that, I always feel so guilty when I cancel stream. I send the message and I'm like, I hate this. But everyone is so supportive. People are like, listen, Callie, like, you have life. You have shit to do. We understand. And I think I sometimes forget how understanding and amazing these people are.
Because you gotta pick out a dress, you gotta make seating, you gotta make guests. You don't have to make them, but you can invite them.
I have to make guests.
People get little cupboard cutouts.
I mean, the one thing I will do.
Stressful if you had cutouts.
The one thing I will do. This has been the joke since the beginning of my stream. The beginning of my stream, I've always said how much I wanted a sword. I want a sword. I think it would be so cool to be this badass lady with a sword. One of my community members sent me a sword, and I will. Yes, I have it. It's amazing, and I will be cutting my wedding cake with it. That is that is my goal. That will be happening. I'm very excited about it.
So is it like a Renaissance theme? Because I love that.
It is a full-on replica of the Master Sword from
Oh
The
my
Legend of Zelda. It is badass. Like, it is so cool.
I love that. That is so good.
I'll send you a picture of it. I am always so happy about it. I'm like, what a cool possession that I have.
Yeah, I wanted my wedding to be as quick as possible and with the less people as possible.
That's
It's
kind of how
please
I
don't.
feel.
I have too much anxiety over this, man.
Oh, same. I tried to elope. My partner was like, okay, maybe like small party. Luckily, we're doing something small, so it's less stressful, which makes my life a little bit easier.
My sister, no, 250 guess me. No, 11 is the max.
yeah. I don't like attention on me. I really don't. So
Please.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to have a little bit of a party. I want to have a beer. I want to be in a cute dress. It'll be fun.
Have you set a date yet? What time?
Yeah, September. I have to look at the calendar. I don't even know. September 17th? Yes, September 17th.
I love that. I love that.
I wanted it to be the 21st. I wanted it to be the 21st of September because of that Earth, Wind, and Fire song, but I couldn't make it work.
Don't get married in October and make your bridesmaids wear halter dresses.
Oh my god.
It's just so mean. It was so cold.
That sounds freezing. I did have a friend. I couldn't go because of the pandemic, but she got married in Ireland in January. And I was like, I'm going to freeze to death. But luckily, well, not luckily, she ended up moving it because of the pandemic and all that. And so it was a little bit better weather.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Me and my husband we went on 11 years.
Oh my god.
But I've known him since college, so we've known each other for 20-something years.
Oh, that's so amazing.
He's my best friend. He's over here watching Kitchen Nightmares right now because he loves
goals.
Gordon
Also, Kitchen Nightmares slaps. That's a great show.
We love Gordon Ramsay because he just, oh man. Yeah, the bot is speaking. I don't know, Lexi. What the heck is going on with Twitch right now?
I've never seen that thing speak. The stream. What?
Oh my god, the AI is taking over.
Yeah.
Run! Run!
I broke stream today.
You did, you broke it. But I'm happy. I don't know what's going on. I think it like restarted, crashed like 3 times, and now it's doing really weird things. They know.
They know. They always know.
I was going to ask you before I got way down to this part in the list about Okami. Did you ever finish Okami?
I finished Okami before I streamed it. Wait, no, I didn't. Oh my gosh, I didn't. Okami was one of the games that I call it like couch co-op with my partner, where like we play together and like trade off the controller.
Oh, okay.
But I never actually finished the main story now that I think about it because Tears of the Kingdom came out.
Oh, okay. Because it's one of those very unique art styles.
It is a beautiful game. The story in it is very, very cool, and it is like. It's one of those games where it is so evident. It's kind of like you're playing a storybook, and that's what I love so much about it.
Mm-hmm. I never got to finish it. That's why I asked if you finished it.
I think it's remade now. Because I have it on the Switch. I think it's also on Steam. But it's one of the games that like I remember when I first started playing video games with my partner, and he introduced me to Final Fantasy X, Okami, and the Persona franchise. And I was like, oh my gosh, these are all so different, and they're all so cool.
Persona is good, man.
Persona is great. So we had like no money when we first started dating, so all of our weekends were just playing video games on the couch together. So we made it through some pretty good games.
See, it reinforces my statement that marrying a gamer is awesome. Me and my hubby, this is what we do. 7 Days to Die, because that's a game that we both love together. We've been playing it forever since it was into alpha, so we've been playing this game forever. We get our favorite subs. We get some cake, and then we just game together because we're nerds. We got married on May the 4th. If that gives you an indication how.
Wait, I love that. Oh
we
my
are
God.
super nerds.
That's so cute. You guys are. That's adorable. I love that.
So you having a sword, right up my alley.
We're on the same level here. I know. There is this was happening on stream yesterday. There's this really badass boss music in one of the new Tears of the Kingdom fights.
Okay.
And I kept talking to chat. I was like, chat, do you think there's any way I could like subdue this boss music down to like I could walk down the aisle for it? And they were like, no. It's dance music.
Why not? I want to do it.
It sounded so cool, and then someone said like he's gonna see like a health bar appear above your head or something.
You should have one sticking out of the back of your face.
Oh my god! But it was just so funny.
We just became best friends. I love that. Okay, so here comes a very interesting part of my questions list. 5 tips for the newbie streamers. Because I ask everybody, because everybody has different tips. Mostly is don't look at the viewer count. But if you had 5 tips to give, what would you give?
Don't look at the viewer count. I get it. Everyone like has the temptation to look at the viewer count. I'm sure everyone's heard this. I'm not going to give you the reasons why because you've all heard it. Don't look at the viewer count. That's like the biggest thing. I think we've talked a lot about a couple of things here. First of all, I think setting boundaries early and finding mods that you trust is a really beneficial thing. Like streaming and being forced to kind of deal with situations live, uncomfortable situations maybe when people come and chat, they don't read the rules, whatever. I think it puts a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, and a lot of like stress and negative, feelings around streaming. And that changed for me when I had amazing mods that would be like, hey, maybe here's something you can do. I didn't feel like I had to shoulder the stress of it myself. So I think that's my biggest thing is like, even if it's just your friend, like, hey, someone who could come and like help me handle any situations that might come up in chat. That's a big deal and something I wish I did earlier, personally.
I think you're one of the very few people who say that about the mods.
Really?
Mods are absolutely important. They are definitely like the main. They're the crank that moves that gear around because they protect you. They throw up your tags. They tell you if something's not working. They welcome people in. But they're absolutely necessary.
It's a big deal, and like yes, is it tradition for mods to also sometimes bully the streamer? Yes,
absolutely.
But I also think it's really like I have definitely dealt with uncomfortable situations in chat, and I always, in hindsight, you always are like, oh, I wish I handled that better, right? And so I think mods were like an amazing resource to be like, oh, here's maybe how you can go about it, or here's how you can think about it. Keep yourself safe, keep, community safe, stuff like that. So I think that's definitely a big tip. Another tip is like, we talked about this with the partner thing, like focusing on growth is good, but it's not everything, and like growth is your own definition of it. It's not all about I know Twitch has these achievements set out, right? Like get so many followers, you get this CCV, you get this, but as long as you're having fun and you are getting enjoyment out of it, like that's the biggest piece of it to me. So I think those like bars and those goals when it comes to streaming, you can set them. Twitch doesn't have to set them, I think is a really big piece of it. What other tips? I wrote stuff down because I was like, I don't know why you're asking me for tips. I don't know if I'm good at this or not.
Yeah, not a lot of people have mentioned the mods. I think my last guest mentioned the hardware and software and programs.
Yeah,
I think she was the first person to mention that. I was like, oh my god, nobody ever mentions that stuff. It's like, yeah, but you get in and they're looking at this program with bug eyes, like, what is that?
Oh my gosh, OBS is intimidating, and like trying to figure it all out is confusing as all heck. Like, yeah, I get that. I watched many YouTube videos to try and get everything set up. I also think, and this is based on like the kind of content you create and the kind of community you want to have, but streaming is not just like hitting go live and being live for 3 hours. I think it's, at least for me, it's been building community, it's been having events, it's been building relationships, all kind of like around content and around like making friends and having these people. Discoverability on Twitch sucks, period. Not gonna like you could dive more into it, but like you can get creative with ways that you kind of build yourself, build your community, and build your content. It doesn't only have to be like going live for every day, right? But did I lose you?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, hello.
Can you hear me? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Something popped up on my
I don't
screen.
think I've introduced
What the hell is
myself
that?
yet.
Oh, no worries.
So I didn't want to say anything and go freak out. So I went quiet. I know it's sad, but anyway.
No, you're
No,
great.
you're absolutely correct. And you were saying about the boundaries. Yeah, immediately set your boundaries for your community to let them know if they cross it. That
Yes.
even though that if they've been there since the beginning, you will not tolerate certain things, and that's the way it is.
Yes. Mods make the world go round. Like, honestly, I cannot stress that enough.
Mhm.
And I don't know if I have any other tips. Make a Discord. Honestly, I didn't realize that streamers had Discords until one of my friends was like, "Oh, you should have this," and I was like, "The heck? Okay." So that was something that maybe my brain just didn't understand, but they were like, "Yeah, this could be a great way to engage with community," and that's what we did.
When I first started, I hated Twitter, so that's where all of my updates came from.
Well, and it's a bummer
I
because
love Twitter.
I know, like, streamer Twitter was such a thing for a while. You know,
Yeah.
you met so many cool people. It helped a lot with discoverability. Now Twitter kind of sucks. So
Yeah, it does.
it's a bummer. I wish that there were other options because it's like how I kept up with so many streamer friends.
It's like, hey, you stream? I follow you. I want to see your content. I want to.
Right?
Actually, I just want to see your pets.
Yeah.
You
All
got
the
a cat?
pet
You got a
pictures.
dog? I want to see it.
That is my favorite thing in Discords. I'm in so many Discords, and the only channels I
Yes.
don't like consistently mute are the pets channels because I'm like, these will make me so happy no matter what.
That's that and the food channel. Pet channel and the noms
Oh.
channel are my favorite
Yes.
channels in Discord.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Now I, have
I
to
want
go
to see what
through
you're
the
eating,
Noms
and I want to see
channel.
what you made because I love food. I love
I know.
food.
Some of the people in my community too are like, I'm like, you guys should open restaurants. Like, jeez, you are professional chefs.
I can't even cook mac and cheese. Why would I want to open a restaurant?
Oh my gosh, same.
I am the worst cook ever.
I like
All right,
cooking.
so I think you have two more.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so what did we say? We said no viewer count. We have mods. We have boundaries. What else did we say?
Boundaries. Oh, make sure it still feels fun. I know
Yes.
that's corny, but if you're not having fun, it's just gonna suck. It's gonna suck for you. It's gonna suck for people watching you. Like,
Yes,
if
your
it's,
viewers will know.
Like, yeah, like you think they don't know, but they know. They definitely know. And as long as you're having fun, that's just gonna make this way more of an enjoyable experience. And then the last thing I would say, like, consistency and communication go a long way with this, and this is something that I really struggle with. But, like, you know, being just something as easy as setting a schedule, I think actually helps so much with just allowing people to say, like, hey, I know that Lizzie's going to be live on this day, you know, this is the plan, rather than just kind of like streaming, you know, ad hoc. I think both work for different ways, but I think for me to say, like, I'm dedicating this time to streaming this day, setting a schedule has been good. Now, do I follow that schedule for anyone in my community that's in this chat? Probably not all the time, but at least I try.
Yeah, I have a four day a week schedule, so I'm off Wednesdays. So I usually stream on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Sometimes not on Saturday because I want to rest it, but usually Wednesdays and Sundays. So.
And you gotta take those rest days. That's the big thing. So.
Because my brain just doesn't want to work anymore. It just turns into putty, and it's like, what you do, woman? I want to play game. I want to watch YouTube. That's what it says. That's all it tells me.
That's so true. Wait, okay, I do have a tip. I do have an actual tip. Oh my gosh, I'm shocked. I have a tip.
Oh my god, she has a tip. Go ahead.
Have a pre-stream and post-stream checklist. I made one of these for, like, you know, all the things you need to do before going live. Make sure your mic is hooked up, your closed captions are good, you have water, you do a little stretch, whatever. And then one for when you wrap up, make sure stream is off, make sure, you know, I will sometimes, like, tweet people who, like, subbed or followed during that stream, like, a thank you. Just kind of a list of, like, little things that you like to do before and after stream will help it feel a little bit less chaotic.
Maybe I should do that before Scream. Excuse me.
Before stream?
I do Scream a lot on stream. Because I always forget my captions. And
Yeah.
it's like, why do I always forget my captions? But
I would always feel like that because I would sit down and hit go live, and then I would be like, wait, I don't have anything ready.
it's bad. It's so bad because sometimes your technology does not want to cooperate. Now that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Okay, there's my one useful tip.
They were all useful. So don't even do that. All right, we are at the end of the list here, Callie.
Okay.
This last question has absolutely nothing to do with it. This is just my off-the-wall question, so you can relax. What is your biggest pet peeve?
Oh my gosh. I'm such a curmudgeon-y old lady. I have a lot. This I hate the gender stereotype stuff with video games, and I know the whole like, yeah, you're a girl gamer, blah blah, but let me tell you why. Because when I was like 15, I really wanted to play games because my best friend played games, and she lent me her Xbox. She was like, here's my Xbox, here's a copy of Skyrim, go play it for a week, see if you like it. And I was so excited, and I was like telling my other friend, I was like, I'm gonna play Skyrim, I'm gonna play on this Xbox that Emily lent me, it's gonna be great. And he was like, you're never gonna understand anything about Skyrim, like girls don't get these games, blah, blah, blah. I know it's so stupid, but that conversation has been in my brain since like, you know, the formidable times of my childhood, and it's bothered me.
I want to go punch that person.
I know, me too. He works at a sunglasses hut now. That's all I know about him. But
how can you say that? Video games for everybody from like age like 3 till 80. Because they're Skyrim grandmother, okay?
Right?
Seriously.
And so it really bothers me. And I remember just being like, why, you know, when you're a kid, you're like, oh yeah, that guy's probably right. I don't know. But now I'm so like furiously against it. I'm like, if anyone says anything like that, I am like ready to fight, because I want like my kids and my nieces and nephews and whoever they want, or whoever anybody wants, to be able to play the games that they like, because it brings so much joy.
Right.
So that's like my big pet peeve. If I hear any kind of like gender jokes about video games, I just am like, shut the heck up. That drives me nuts. Here's my non-gaming related pet peeve. Nobody in California stops at stop signs. I thought it was like a joke until I moved here, and then I realized people genuinely do not stop at stop signs, and this is not good. It's very scary. They call it the California roll. They just slowly roll through stop signs, and I'm like, this should not be allowed.
Okay, yes.
Yes, California roll for a reason.
Yeah, so
I just didn't realize it.
Yeah, so I'll give you two of mine. The streaming would be backseaters.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. I will get horns growing out like Diablo, and they're breathing fire. Do not backseat in my channel, okay? I know it's a lot of
annoying.
I know people want to come in, they're excited, and they'll say, hey, would you like a tip? And I'll say, yeah, sure, give me a tip if I'm really, really lost. But if it's a new game and I'm figuring it out, please do not tell me things about the game. No spoilers, no backseating, any of that stuff, because it irks me so bad. It tips my corners, all right? It just sets me off, and then I'm in a bad mood. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that.
Oh, it's so true. I had someone spoil a boss in Final Fantasy X, and I was so adamant about it being like, first playthrough, I want to play it on my own. You know, I don't want any, and you know, you put no backseating, no spoilers, everything in your titles, and people will do it anyway.
Like when Resident Evil 4 Remake came out, I was so terrified that somebody's gonna come in and spoil it, so I only played like a couple of hours on stream, like best off stream. So it's like, I will play until I feel like, oh, I'm done, and then I want to go, because I stop talking and I start focusing when I play new games. So it's like I'm not even paying attention to chat anyway, so this is rude, so I'm just gonna stop anyways. But I hate when people come in and go, hey, hi, this is what happens. You're like, really?
Like, why did you think that was a good idea? Please don't do that.
And you're sitting here with this face like, how dare you?
I know. And sometimes I like read chat, and then I'm like, maybe if I pretend I didn't see it, it won't bother me. And then I'm like, okay, no, it still bothers me.
Okay, so I live in Pennsylvania. I live in around a city called Pittsburgh, and the bus I have to take to the hospital in which I work, it's a really strange thing. It's a credit union inside of a hospital. Which, anyway, it's very strange. But the bus I ride every morning at 7 a.m. smells like pee and weed. Tell me why.
Oh my god.
Every morning, the same thing. It's like, What do you 5 o'clock in the morning? You're gonna smoke weed on a bus? What do you do? Take a leak in the back? Why does it smell so bad? I have to shower as soon as I get home because it permeates everything I'm wearing. I swear to God, people think I'm high 24 hours a day. It's like
I get it.
It's not me. It's the bus.
Sometimes our transit in San Francisco is horrendous. And I mean, okay, maybe I should just be happy that we have public transit to some extent. Everything always smells like weed. Everything always, like, you always end up on like these weird interactions. Yeah, I get it. I would need to shower.
If you want to do it, go ahead. But please don't do it on the bus at 5 o'clock in the morning, because my nose is just like, no, please stop.
You're like, I'm waking up. Like, no, I don't want this right now.
It like permeates the whole thing, and you get off, and you're like, now I gotta go into work, and they're gonna think I was smoking.
I know. Oh my gosh. And
honest to God, I wasn't smoking weed.
You need like a can of Febreze to keep in your backpack or something.
I have anxiety. I don't want to do drugs. I like to be in control of my emotions, whether chill or not chill. Okay, please.
I get it. I get it. Oh my gosh, that would stress me out going into work like that. I would feel like everyone would like be thinking
every
about
day.
Thinking
Except
about
the one,
the way
except
I
the one time when I actually walked from the city to the hospital, which is like a 25-minute walk, and I was like,
okay.
I don't smell. This is good.
It's a glorious thing.
Oh, it's so bad, Callie. It's so bad.
Oh my god.
I'm dreading it tomorrow morning because it's gonna happen. It's like,
yeah, that sucks. I mean, I feel you as someone. So, like I said, our transit's horrific, and I live 3 miles from my office, and it takes me 45 minutes to get there. That's how inefficient our transit is. So, yeah, it's
so
tough stuff.
long. I'm so sorry. I probably would go nuts because that's just too long in a car for me.
You know, it gives me time to read a book. I'll enjoy Audiobook. I know. I'm so excited to check out this scribe thing. It's gonna be good.
They got a lot of good stuff.
It's amazing.
But anyway, that's all of my questions, man.
Such good questions. This was so fun.
I'm so glad you came. I was so excited. I was like, I get to talk to Callie today. I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh. No, it means the world. This was so fun. It was
really
really funny.
Like, oh my god, I'm gonna throw up because I'm so nervous. You're just like, I get to talk to Callie. I'm so excited.
Well, I was nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a big deal. And then I was like, we're just hanging out. It's gonna be fun.
That's what I said. It's not really a podcast. I don't even know why I name it as a podcast. It's just like chatting. That's all.
I was just happy because I was like, wait, do I have to have my video on? You were like, no. And I was like, great. I'm going to sit in my Udi and I'm going to have 3 blankets on me. Perfect.
One of the best things is to be the most relaxed as possible.
So comfy. But no, this was so fun. I feel like it's kind of the end of an era if the favorite streamer series is ending. I cannot believe it. But so many cool people.
3 whole seasons. The last person is the grand finale. He is a sort of a bigger kind of partnered streamer. One that I actually admire as a streamer because he has amazing gaming skills and he's just funny. He's just super funny.
And that's gonna be so exciting. I will have to.
I didn't even know that he would want to be. Which is funny is I actually rated him, and he's like, "Hey, how's it going? What were you doing? You were doing a podcast. You said favorite streamer series," and then he stops and stares at the camera and goes, "Why haven't I been invited?"
God.
So he actually invited himself.
Wait, that's so fun! I love it. Oh my god!
But yeah.
I sometimes get like imposter syndrome interacting with very big creators, and then I'm like, wait, no, this is just a good time. This is so silly.
Other creators, no, everybody has their own thing that they bring to the table. That's another thing that's really important about streaming. Is you have your own thing. You don't steal off anybody else, and everybody is at a different level. So it's not really a big deal. You do your thing. You be happy with your people.
It's so true, and that's what makes it fun. So,
but yeah, I can't believe it's the last one is the finale.
Crazy stuff. But I mean, also props to you for. I mean, what is this? This will be 30 interviews that you've done
40
over
something, yeah.
40 something.
This
over
is I think
seasons.
the only season that I've done just one podcast for, or 2. Some of them were 2, but it's not. But this is just halfway through. Normally I would do more, but like, yeah. I'm actually starting another podcast. I've been talking about it with the great Lexi Lee. It's called History is Weird. We're gonna do 10 things that are weird in history.
From the outside.
Oh my gosh, I
Thank
love
you for
that.
the
Oh,
sub.
thank you for the gift sub. I'm so excited because now I have all the cute Lizzie emotes. Hold on, let me find my favorite one. I like this one. I like the rat cuddle, and I like the loud one. Thank you. That's so kind of you.
Oh, those ones. I love that emo artist. I was actually talking to my new emote artist, the girl who did those, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so happy to work with you. I'll work on those draw-ups right away." I love her so much.
Oh my gosh, these are so cute. I'm so happy.
Yeah, me and Lex are going to do a history is weird, and we're gonna start with Greek mythology and go from there and see if people like it. And then we're gonna do all kinds of weird shit and talk about weird stuff. So yeah, it'll be great. Plus we'll
That's
have
gonna be so fun.
and we're doing a book podcast, top 5 books.
Ooh.
August, which I had to do that because I love books.
Okay, so what's been your top read recently? And then I'll stop interviewing you on your own podcast.
That's the llama series. It's the first one is Drama with Your Llama.
Oh my gosh.
It is so cute. I love it. She's an ex-actress. I can't say the word. Actress. There we go. I got it. But yeah, she's her grandmother had passed away, and she inherited, like I said, the pub and her house and her llama.
Yeah.
Problem is,
Oh my
is
gosh.
somebody gets murdered like every book, so it's really dramatic and fun at the same time.
Wait,
so,
that's so fun. I'm gonna have to check it out. That's awesome.
it's really good. But anyway, now that I'm done rambling like an idiot, because I do that a lot, thank you so much for joining me, Callie.
Thank
You are such a pleasure to talk to, and we're gonna have to do another podcast about something later on.
That would be so fun. This was so fun. Thank you so much. And thanks for your community members who listened to me blab about God knows what. We'll start it off, but it was really fun.
Yeah, if anybody missed it, I always post the podcast on YouTube, so you can check them out on there. I'll tag you in it, so you can go and do that. And all the other ones are on there. Season 3. Oh, it's gonna be ending. Oh, but anyway.
Oh my god.
Yeah, go follow Callie right now because she is an amazing person. Like I said, her streams are all super chill. It'll calm you down from a really shitty day. Trust me, I've done it lots.
Aw, you're so sweet. I can't.
So, Callie, you can hop off here if you need to.
All right.
All right. I love you so much. Thank you so much for joining me.
Have a wonderful rest of your day.
You
Bye.
too. Bye bye. Guys, was that not fun? Isn't she amazing, guys? Like I said, go follow her right away because she is super, super fun. Anyway, like I said, our last episode. Holy shit. My cough is trying to kill me. Excuse me. All right. Our last episode for the podcast season 3 on June 30th at 1 p.m. Yeah, this is weird. It's not going to be on a Saturday, but it's going to be on a Friday. Friday at 1 o'clock. I will be interviewing Matt RPD, the grand finale, the master of speedruns, and just everything that is cool. So, all the weed on the bus, Mo. Yeah, and finally, it's in the lungs, you know? Like, smoke weed every day. No, I don't smoke it, unfortunately. I inhale it every day, which sucks. But yeah, we're going to interview Matt at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on the 30th. And then I'm thinking about coming back to streaming either on the 2nd or we're coming back on the 8th. So keep an eye out because then I'll post whatever game I'll be playing or whatever the heck I'll do. But thank you guys so much for your love and support. And thank you, Ange, for the raid. If you're still here, I love your face. So let's see if I can find somebody. Oh my god, what the heck is wrong with me? My throat is so dry. Ugh, that's much better. Okay, now I can speak like a normal human being, like I was dying. Let's see who we can raid. Who shall we raid? Who shall we raid? Oh boy. Because I don't hydrate. No, I hydrate so much. I drink so much water. I waste so much plastic. I seriously do. Hydrate check. I got it. Seriously. Who did I raid last time? I can't remember. Angie last. I raided Angie last. No wonder. Okay, we're gonna go read Pajama Mama because she's watching Nuke's Top 5. Is paranormal hunters and see if something's real or fake because she's also one of my favorites. The person has a great laugh and personality, and it's just absolutely sweet. Please go follow her. Give her a, if you want to. Have to, but please feel inclined. And I will see you guys on the 30th for the podcast. Guys, eat a piece of pizza for me, okay? Relax, chill out, and hopefully Monday isn't too bad for you, alright? Remember, I love you. Oh my god, I feel like Darth Vader.